When you slow everything down and strip away the noise, this moment isn't really about praise, headlines, or even legacy talk. It's about function. It's about why certain players continue to matter in the most compressed, unforgiving areas of the field, even when seasons feel uneven and questions start to surface. What happened here was simple on the surface. A respected voice acknowledged something many defenses have already been operating under for years. But the real story isn't the statement itself. The real story lives inside the 20-yard line, where space disappears, reactions speed up, and only players who understand situational football continue to influence outcomes. Now let me frame this properly. I'm Daniel, and when I look at this through a RedZone Kingdom lens, what stands out isn't emotion or reputation. It's how the Kansas City Chiefs still build answers in the red zone around one central truth, that certain players solve problems that can't be replicated by scheme alone. From a red zone perspective, Travis Kelce has never been about highlight athleticism. His value has always come from spatial intelligence. Inside the opponent's 20-yard line, defenders stop chasing speed and start defending leverage. Zones compress. Passing lanes close. Timing becomes everything. When you watch the tape carefully, Kelce isn't trying to outrun anyone. He's reading coverage structure in real time. Against zone, he understands exactly when a defender is forced to pass responsibility. Against man coverage, he waits just long enough for leverage to show itself before breaking. That patience is what creates separation when separation shouldn't exist. This is where red zone football becomes different from the rest of the field. The red zone is not about creativity for creativity's sake. It's about eliminating uncertainty for the quarterback. And this is where the chemistry between Kelce and Patrick Mahomes becomes critical. Mahomes doesn't need a receiver to be wide open near the goal line. He needs someone who sees the same picture at the same time he does. Kelce consistently provides that. When defenses disguise coverage late, rotating safeties, walking linebackers into gaps, Kelce adjusts on the fly. He shortens routes. He settles earlier. He turns broken structure into usable structure. That's why, even in seasons where the offense feels less explosive, the Chiefs still find answers inside the 10. This is also why red zone efficiency tells a deeper story than raw scoring totals. Over recent seasons, Kansas City has remained above league average in red zone touchdown percentage. That's not about luck. It's about having players who understand what defenses are trying to take away and how to counter it with precision. Andy Reid's red zone design plays directly into this. Condensed formations. Motion across the formation. Tight splits that force defenders to communicate. Every one of those elements is designed to create hesitation. And hesitation is death for a defense near the goal line. Kelce thrives in that hesitation window. He doesn't rush his stem. He doesn't telegraph his break. He waits for the defender to commit first, then he takes the space that's left behind. It's subtle. It's technical. And it's why he remains a factor even as physical traits naturally change over time. Third down amplifies this even further. Third down in the red zone is where playbooks shrink and tendencies matter. Defenses know where the sticks are. Offenses must win with leverage, not speed. Kelce has built his career on understanding exactly where defenders have to be in attacking the space they can't protect. That understanding extends beyond the passing game. Kelce's alignment affects how defenses fit the run. When he's attached to the formation, linebackers widen. Safeties hesitate. That hesitation creates downhill lanes for Isaiah Pacheco, whose physical running style punishes defenders who take false steps. Even when Kelce isn't targeted, he's influencing angles and fits. From a situational standpoint, that matters for clock management as well. Having a trusted red zone option allows the coaching staff to stay aggressive. It reduces the need for conservative play calling. It keeps the offense on schedule in high-leverage moments. Now, it's important to acknowledge reality. The recent season wasn't clean. Protection issues, injuries, and inconsistency around the offense forced the Chiefs into tighter margins. In those moments, red zone execution became even more important, not less. And what the film shows is evolution. Early in Mahomes' career, red zone success often came from improvisation and mismatches in space. More recently, it's become more controlled, more deliberate, fewer wasted movements. That mirrors Kelce's own evolution as a player, shifting from athletic dominance to intellectual dominance of space. This is why recognition from peers like Tom Brady resonates, even if it doesn't change roster decisions or cap math. Quarterbacks recognize players who simplify the most difficult part of the game. Brady built his own red zone success around players who understood leverage and timing. The parallel is obvious on tape. If Kelce returns, the Chiefs retain a red zone problem solver who still tilts coverage and dictates defensive behavior. If he doesn't, the challenge won't be replacing production, it will be replacing understanding. That's the distinction that often gets lost. From a RedZone Kingdom standpoint, careers don't end when players slow down. They end when players stop solving problems. And inside the red zone, Travis Kelce is still solving problems that defenses haven't found clean answers for. That's what the film shows when you really slow it down.